Okay, so 2 lessons I've learnt already after 10 minutes of use. I did the edges of these pieces and that went pretty well. I think they're going to joint together quite nicely. Then I moved on to doing the flats, and I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to move it through the light in the hope that it catches the light at some stage. And you may have been able to hear it, I doubt it, but it's like it's jumping across the wood, and it's leaving a sort of almost like it's digging in and then skipping off. Now, I'd done 2 things, and I've just changed both those things back, and it's now working perfectly. I thought I'd broken it for a while, which would have been a shame to have broken it so quickly. So 2 things. Firstly, my dust collection system that I said was working wasn't working. The whole thing, this entire thing, was full of sawdust, of chippings, and I think that was actually pushing back against the blade, so I think the blade was having to go through all the chippings as it was rotating. So I've now actually fixed up my vacuum so that it's actually sucking, it's actually drawing the chips away rather than just trying to. I thought they would shoot out into the bag and collect in the bag. So that's mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 was the instruction manual isn't great, to be quite honest, and I didn't like the fact that as I was feeding wood in, because the in feed and the out feed tables were at a different angle, it felt like it was going in and then having to adjust to the angle of the bed and then adjusting on the way out. So I tried adjusting both of the in-feed and out-feed table, and I think this is probably what's caused this, is I think I'd gotten too high. So effectively it was pushing up against the blade, and the blade was knocking it down, and then it was coming back up. And I think that's what's causing this sort of digging in business. So I've lowered them both back down, and I've got the hoover going, and I'd say now it's silky smooth again. So I'm probably just going to stick with that for now, for fear of. But I think it probably was I think effectively I had the in-feed and the out-feed table were too high, and so the wood was actually effectively bowing as it was going through, and so as it was going across the blade was struggling. It really just wants to be skimming across the top of the blade. So I think that's probably what the problem was. But I'm in a happy place again now, so I'm going to carry on. Right, back with the noise. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this off. Okay, so that's beautiful. That's fixed it. I've now got them silky smooth on both sides, and coincidentally got them down to pretty well exactly the depth that I want them, the thickness that I want them. I've just noticed that it does look like. Oh yeah, and okay. I thought that there was a build-up of chippings, but it's just purely because my hose is only that big. You can see how big the collection is, and so it is drawing all the chippings out, but just around the entrance of where I've got my smaller vac going in, it was building up, but it's fine, so that's fine. So okay, well, after 10 minutes, I think I've already learned quite a few lessons about this Makita and about thicknessing in general. I hope I'm going to try and glue these boards together now, and side to side, and see how it looks. But they look pretty spot on to me. Yeah, I'm pleased. They're definitely the previous attempt that I had at jointing on my Screwfix Titan, which was in theory an actual jointer. Every time I put it through the jointer, I actually made it worse than before I put it through. So the more times I put it through, the worse it got, and it was banana shaped, which is exactly what a jointer is supposed to get round. And I was making it more and more banana shaped every time I put it through. So either I didn't have something adjusted correctly, or I suspect it was just a lack of talent. So Just unplug this. Very noisy. Yeah, so all in all, that's quite a good first session with the Makita 2012 NB, and I think we're going to be very happy together. So as I said, if you're wanting me to answer any questions or do any demo or anything, please put comments down below, and obviously please subscribe. It helps us, I guess. I'm only just starting out, so I've only got a handful of videos and a handful of followers, but any extra followers, subscribers is very welcome. So thank you very much. Until next time, goodbye.